my dear children. So I am Snigdha and today I am going to teach you something about listening. So in the last few classes we have already learned something about reading and writing, right? So what do you mean by listening? And what is the difference between hear and listen? You hear a song, you hear music, you hear noise, but you listen to a story. You listen to your friend who is speaking. So what is the difference between hear and listen? Yes, in the case of hear, you are a little passive, but in the case of listen, you are an active listener. You are paying your full attention to whatever the speaker is telling you, right? Yes, so how many of you enjoy listening to stories? Who tells you stories? Does your parents tell you story? Does your teacher tell you story? James, tell me, who tells you stories? Okay, your mother tells you stories. And what about Peter? Yes, your grandmother tells you stories. Okay, very good, dear. Yes, so now coming to our lesson for today. The objective of today's class is going to be about developing your listening skills, okay? And in the way we are going to listen to the fable of the hare and the tortoise. Many of you must be familiar with the story, right? So we are going to listen to the audio clip of the hare and the tortoise, okay? And after your listening task, you are going to come here and speak about your perception of the story. What you think about the story, what do you think about the characters from our story. You can also make a retelling of your story. You can maybe change the climax as well. Are you ready? Yes, so the first step is to listen to the story. So while you listen to the story, I want you to focus on the three elements. The character, yes, the character in the story, the setting in the story, and also the problem in the story. These three elements are very important. Character refers to the people in the story. Setting refers to the place where the story takes place. Okay. And what about the problem? Yes, very good. And any difficulty the character faces is the problem. Okay, very good. So now can we listen to the story? Will you pay full attention to the story and just take down notes while I play the audio? Ready? Okay, I'll just play the audio for you.
There once was a hare who was always boasting about how fast he was. He never got tired of telling the other animals how fast he was and how slow they were.
Yes, so now that you have listened to the story, did you all like the story? All of you? Okay, very good to hear that. Okay, very good. Yes, so now I'll just ask you something about the story. Who are the main characters in our story? The people in our story. Tell me, Peter, who are the main characters in our story? Yes, definitely. The tortoise. Tortoise is the hero of our story. Yes, very good. And who is the other character? Yes, very good. That is the rabbit. Yes, very good. All of you have listened properly to the story. Very good. Yes. So now what about the setting? The place where the story takes place. Where does the story take place? Yes, the story takes place in a forest. Yes, very good. Yes, definitely. They are wild animals. So definitely the story must take place in a forest. Yes, very good. Yes. So the setting is done, character is done, and is there a problem in our story? Yes, very good. That is what the plot is also about. They decide to keep a race, and even the rabbit is boasting about his capabilities to run faster, right? So now I'll ask you a few words, the vocabulary, the meaning. You must tell me the meaning of the few words, okay? What do you mean by boast? Who is going to tell me the answer? Yes, very good. To speak highly about oneself, to exaggerate one's abilities and everything. Very good, dear. Very good. And you were absolutely right. So, coming to the next one. So, now that you have listened to the story, you are going to come here and speak about it. Who is going to come first? So, when you are going to speak, I want you to tell me something about how the characters are, and is there a moral lesson in the story? You are going to come here and tell me about what is the moral that you understood from the story. Okay? You can also come here and tell me something about an alternate ending to the story. Okay, so I'm going to divide you into teams. So each team is going to come up here and tell your friends as well about another ending to the story. Are you ready for that? Yes. Okay. Yes. So first team, can you please come here and tell about the story? Yes, so now I think that the first team wants the tortoise to be the villain in the story. Okay, very good, dear. Interesting. That is interesting. And what about the second team? Yes, the second team wants the tortoise to take a revenge upon the rabbit. Interesting. Okay, very good. Yes, and in the third team story, the rabbit as well as the tortoise are equally kind. Okay, very good. Yes, so as a homework, you are going to write a character sketch of both the rabbit and the tortoise. So that is all for today. We'll meet in the next class. Okay, thank you so much.